this is like, hey man, you fix your tie. You know what I mean? I want to see contact here, so you at least feel. I'm not really choking him because my thumbs aren't pushing him, but he at least feels something on his neck. Go ahead.
I was just explaining. It's a jerking motion. It's a jerk.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like you're Superman. You're like ripping your shirt open. Clark Kent, right? Boom. All at the same time. Bang. All at the same time. Bang.
See what I'm saying? Pushing. Yeah. That's why I was asking. From here, I got to lean with something.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I'm holding. Yeah. But what he wants, I guess, is just a tap.
It's more. I was just saying. So instead of pulling, it's a quick.
It's a tap. Okay.
You're just trying to clear the thumbs. That's the only thing you care about is clearing the thumbs.
Yeah. Gotcha. As soon as it's off, then
it just
go.
Gotcha. So from here, so you just tap. Yep. Right. Then you just come in. Boom. Whatever.
Yep.
Yes. All right, good. Let me show you another one. We're gonna just keep rolling real fast with all this different stuff. Obviously, this stuff should be practiced. Side choke, okay? Now, again, let me go back to front choke for a second. As soon as these thumbs come off, if he's grabbing me here, this is called a grab, not a choke, okay? He's grabbing my shirt. It affects my mobility, yes, but I can just start hitting him. I don't have to do this because he's on my shirt. Hold on, you're holding on, great. Bang, 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 right? That's all I have to do. I don't have to mess with this. See, the problem is, like, we do things, a whole bunch of curriculum. So he holds on one hand, we go like this, and this, and this, and we're dealing with the hand. He grabs my hand. Traditional guys are doing stuff like this, you know what I mean? Or this, and all. That's good stuff for kids. It really is. We gotta watch out this guy coming through with a bike. But that's good stuff for kids, okay? That's good stuff for beginners. But here's my thought. Hold on nice and tight and strong. Two hands even. I'm half his strength. I can't get out. All right?
You good, you good.
Yeah, you go through, man.
You good, you good. Yes, sir.
So in this situation, instead of trying to all this stuff, okay? Look what he's not holding. He's not holding this hand. He's not holding either of these legs. Whoa, right? Bang, right? Bang! You want to hold, so what the value of him holding on a different grip with my chest. Well, just two hands on my chest, right? If he's holding on to you, that means for a split second, he's not punching you.
Correct.
Which means he's not going to block this. He's not going to block the thumb to the eye. He's not going to block any of that, okay? So let's talk about side choke. So my theory, just to let me tell you the theory or the principle behind all of this, if you don't remember any of the curriculum, all you remember is you're dealing with what he's not holding on to, okay? He's holding on to your hands, you can drive a knee. But the choke is different because the choke, if you don't deal with the breathing part of it, power goes down. And so if you have to deal with the choke, that's one exception to that rule. All right, from here, take this hand off for a second. Put your back hand on. Is my breathing restricted? No, this is not part of the problem. Okay, put the other hand on. This part is the problem. Okay. Also, 1, 2. Now from here, 3, and now look where we are. This is called the reference point. This is corrupt. You know, I can do all kinds of stuff. I can move him around if I need to move him around. I can move him back. I can affect him. I can get boom, right? And then get away. All right, so one more time, and then I'll let you guys practice this. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Now I'm driving, okay?
So on the third one, you
securing.
turn.
Also, look what I'm doing. My head is down. What's he gonna turn this way real quick? What's this hand gonna do? Well, as soon as he starts recovering, he's gonna be hitting me. So I'm protecting my head until I can hit him again. Every time I hit somebody or I affect them, I buy myself a second or 2 seconds.
Right.
That's it. And then they recover. And so if they're stronger, it might be less than a second. So you got it. That's why we don't say hit only one time. All right, try it out. Guys, to the face. This is a waste of energy to hit to the chest and the stomach. And he might be super strong. He might have, like he had yesterday, he had a bulletproof vest on. Dong! You know, you don't want to do that. All right? This head is always exposed, even if it got a helmet on. All right, obviously a bump helmet is a little bit different, but you're trying to hit the open area. This is eyes, nose, throat, ears, carotid. All this exists here, plus back of your head here. You hit somebody there. All those are good spots. Ready? One more time. Go. Drive, 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 drive. Good, break. Come back up, switch. Switch, other person with the pad.
You're good? You want me to do it? All right, it's up to you.
Founding member. The problem is he's hard to move, these big guy. That's all right. Don't worry about that. Look at this drive.
Gladiators, the show.
Yeah. That makes it worse. But then the problem. Oh, yeah.
Then
So-
you miss and you're like, it works.
But, all right, so that's elbows, right? Let's now we're gonna do a drill where we combine them together. Okay, there's thousands of drills to make shit interesting for training.
Hell no, that's not
So did you? Oh, you didn't do it yet. All right, but you'll be the first to do this next drill. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we'll move around a little bit with the pad. We're gonna close and open, close and open. Look at this as medium. This is a medium range. That's two. No, actually, let's add third. We're gonna add a third technique. No, a front kick. All right. Front kick. There's a lot of different front kicks. The only one we're gonna really worry about is just basically a push kick. Okay. That's it. Right. It's too far away from you. You're pushing them away. Right. Right. That's it. I don't even. Ultimately, you're hitting with the whole foot. Right. Just watch the footwork. You know, just watch this because you can go right with all this loose gravel. So,
That's a 3D version.
3 ranges of attack. Kick, that's long range, medium range, close, elbow, close range. And then he's gonna move out. So go ahead. Just like that. 15 second, 30. A lot of training, almost 2 or 3 years of curriculum into 3 days. So, but in a traditional training, if you're doing this with you guys are all expert trainers in different areas, and if you're doing this with other people that you're working with, you want to teach them something like this and give them 20 to 30 minutes where they're training it. So it builds the muscle memory. And you know, a lot of times I've been in these multi-day trainings, and you're like, man, I practiced this 100 times. Isn't it time to teach something new? But the practicing of it is what builds it into memory. People watch a video, oh, I learned this self-defense thing off video. That's all they saw it on the video, they practiced it twice. It's never gonna come out of them under stress. All right, so next one, choke from behind. Now this is something where it starts bad, okay, and gets worse. Okay, let me see, if I'm coming up to him, it might start with this. Then it could lead to this, and now see what happens in this situation. He's off his base, okay?
You're good.
It happens all so fast. It's not like, here's one, we're gonna do the one for the grab, then we're gonna do this one, then we're gonna do this one. These are all separate things. It's all happening in one motion. So the slower you are to react, the worse it's gonna get. By the time he gets you, have a seat, just sit down, right? If he gets you to this position here and he's doing a rear naked choke,
You're done.
Good luck.
You're done.
You have very limited options. Second thing is, if you're surprised, it's very hard. All the skills you have, if you're under stress and you're surprised,
goes
good
away.
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to make all that work.
Correct.
If you have a 12-step self-defense thing for a choke, or you have 30, your teacher, it's real easy in the dojo environment for me to create 30 different choke defenses, okay? Guess what? You're gonna be, when somebody starts choking, you as the martial artist is gonna be like, was this number 27 or number 22 that I have to remember? And you won't remember anything. By then, you're done.
It's one today.
Yeah. So the primary thing to remember, the most important thing is the principle, which is I have to get my airway back.
Before anything.
Exactly. And then the other principle is, in the process of getting my airway back, I have to hit him. I have to affect him. I have to damage him. Okay, maybe that includes moving him around too. All right, so from behind, as soon as you feel, I mean, if you're walking on the street, he puts his hand on you to start choking you, you know, I should move. I should begin to just move and fight before I ever get to a choke.
Correct.
All right, but
That's that space I'm talking.
but I'm not pretending. I'm at the ATM machine. I'm thinking, man, my count's negative again. Man, all of a sudden, I think this dude, he creeped in here. I think it's my son from the car, my friend. Really, it's somebody who's about to rob me. I'm surprised, okay? Now, next thing you know, he's got 2 hands on my throat, okay? And he's gonna, here, let me just do this for you a second. I wanna show you. This is a back massage. This is a choke, right? Because why? Look at, the fingers are coming around here. There's breathing, it has to do here and here. The back does nothing. So this starts happening. Again, this guy's hands might be larger than yours, and again, he might be trying to slip his whole arm around you. Everybody's seen this on TV now. Right? I'm not gonna get anything unless I'm super strong.
Correct.
But if my elbow is above his hand, this is breaking this off. as I spin and step in.
So it's not gonna matter if left or right.
Right,
It's
so
just gotta get
he goes and grabs me, right? Boom, right, maybe. Boom, this is what I got. I spin. Elbow. From here, reference point. Begin to strike, begin to strike, begin to strike. Push him away and get out of it. Don't stop back.
I saw it on the floor.
Again. Right? Yeah. Here, boom. And let's say he's about the same height as me, but if I was way shorter, this would have to become a fist. It would just keep extending out beyond the elbow because maybe I missed with the elbow.
Gotcha.
Bang. Now it turns into the same. Here, right? Now I have, we call this, we're gonna talk about this later, reference point 1. This is a way that you make a fight a little bit less complex. This is a Muay Thai clinch. This is me having him here.
Right, to the top.
The problem here is he's got this arm, this leg, he can attack me with.
Right.
By having here, I narrow it down to 2. From 4 to 2 makes it a little simpler, and now I can go to 0.
That's what I was gonna ask you on the pivot, on the turn.
Yep.
Now, as you turn it, and
Yep,
for
go ahead,
instance, okay, turn.
So I spin, right?
Right. So now from here, you're gonna come over.
Boom.
Now, would you turn me around at that point?
If you can, at any point that you can, yes, you
Just
do.
that. Okay.
At any point that you can get, we call this point of
Because
dominance.
you went straight to a reference point. That's
Yeah,
what I was
so we have point of dominance, we call this. It's where
Right.
you have control of his head.
Yeah, because once he starts welling,
He's turned
he just goes
around,
back.
and you can poke his eyes, you can crush his nose, you can strike his carotid, okay? You can collapse him to the ground. And now you have better options. And then too, look, if you're fighting multiple guys, guy number 2 is charging you, you can push off of him and deal with guy number 2, number 3, number 4. All right, the problem with a lot of these throws and stuff, let's say judo throw and I'm doing something like this, if guy number 2 attacks me, what am I gonna do?
Right.
I can't stop in the middle of what I'm doing. What ends up happening is I fall,
You got it.
he's on top of me.
And then you got
Second guy's doing this, third guy's doing this, you know.
Right.
This is what real fighting is,
So
unfortunately.
by the end, then you're gonna have Timberland.
Yeah, Timberlands is engraved inside your head. So, all right, so also too, this becomes bad, he's pulling you backwards, and this becomes bad, he's pushing you forward.
Okay.
Either one is bad, but that's why I'm stepping in either way. So if you push me, boom, I'm stepping in. Look at my face is better, right? From there, everything is regular Krav Maga. Pull, same thing. If he's pulling and I'm stepping back, it basically helps me get my base back.
Okay.
Try it out real quick.
So now, one question.
Go ahead.
Like you're coming in, you're going toward the ATM.
All right, ATM, yep.
So now you have no space.
Yep.
And I come here. Same thing.
I have your space.
Right.
Wherever you're standing is the space
That's
that
the
I'm
space.
about to get.
That's what I
It's
wanted
like
to
it's
hear.
like chess.
That's what I- yeah.
It's
Your
like
move,
chess.
I move.
You're on your little black space. I'm on my little white space. I need to get on your space. That's how I knock you off the board.
Gotcha.
So practice. Traditional class. You teach them front choke. You might teach them front choke. That might be the only thing you teach for an hour class, and they practice that day. You teach them back choke, side choke. Once you have all 3 chokes, you might mix it up, and they say, "Okay, we're going to do a drill." All right, we're actually going to do that drill now. Right? See, that's one we didn't even deal with yet. Is he actually got that arm around? Go ahead, again. If he gets the arm around, same thing. I've dropped my base back, hit the groin, affect him, bang, bang. That starts loosening up. Now I can, again, I get to a better position.
The same thing. Just coming back to the
Exactly.
reference.
All right, so I go back, close my eyes. Hit front side. There's the side. Boom. See if he remembers the curriculum.
Yeah, just don't hit him again.
All right, close your eyes again. Right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let's try that drill real quick. Demo's in the middle. Go ahead. Good.
It's just because I caught it on the outside. Sorry.
It's all good.
Close your eyes. Introducing stress because you want to basically make them see, oh, I need to practice this part more. Go ahead. So, slow, good. Now, what? Just 3. Good. No, that's all right. Keep going. Good. All right, break for a second.
You got dental?
We got somebody coming through.
Morning. Morning.
Very good. How you doing, man?
Good.
All right, one more time.
Let's do it.
Good, better. Yeah.
Oh, it's a cage fight. Oh, no humping, no humping. No humping,
All right.
bad dog.
No humping. I'm doing in Wing Chun, okay? In Wing Chun, it's called Centerline punch. The idea is that if somebody's attacking me, my hand is up. Go ahead, just attack. My hand is up, right? This is my center line, right? Go ahead, he's attacking. All I'm doing is I'm just keeping my hand in my center line. I'm defending. Did it look like I was doing martial arts? No, I'm just like, ah! I had a situation where I got jumped by a bunch of bouncers, me and a friend of mine, maybe 5 years ago.
Nice.
I was much more intoxicated than I should have been, but
Sounds right.
But I remember
Right,
the only thing that happened that I knew from the next day is that I didn't get hit in the face because all this training of keeping my hands here worked. Okay, that's it. So if your hands are covering, your center line is the distance between you and the attacker. Okay, when he punches you, he's going to punch you down the center line. When you attack him, you want to hit him down the center line. If you do lots of swinging blows here, don't block it. Okay, if you swing and I miss, I got 90% of that strike went here.
Not effective.
But if 100% of that strike goes into the bad guy. Okay? So here's a little drill. He's gonna hold the pad. Go ahead.
Let me ask Mark.
Go ahead.
On the center line,
Yep.
are you using your dominant hand or whichever?
Both. Everything that you have at your disposal, all your weapons, both hands, both legs, you affect the guy down center lines. You defend your own center line.
I see.
You
So
attack
just
his center
gotcha.
line
Okay.
so that he takes all the power and you take none.
Gotcha.
All right, so right here, just need one for now. All right, this is called, I actually learned this, it's funny because I learned this in Kung Fu, but then when my first Krav Maga training that I went to, he called it straight blast drill, which his background in Krav Maga was also in Jeet Kune Do, which is also a student of, it's a derivative of Wing Chun also. But the idea of this type of punching, we were doing this type of punching before on the bag, right? More like this, more natural this way, boom. Now we're gonna turn it in, bring the elbow in, because this way the elbow is in center line too. Everything can defend. This whole arm is in center line. So we're driving this way now with a punch. These knuckles are straight up and down as much as possible, right? So what happens is you're gonna just bang, 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 bang. We're same drill, we're gonna press with this. He's gonna move backwards, here, right here, and you're gonna be good punching, and he's gonna move backwards, right? Do like this with the other hand too, so it stays in the spot, right? So, drive. All right, and what I want you to do with the pad is back up like this slowly. All right, because what happens in a fight, you hit somebody, bang. Are they gonna stay in the same spot? No, they're moving.
They're gonna drop back.
Or they're gonna move back because you didn't hit them. Okay, so ready? Again, this is what I want.
So it's like you're not shoulder, you're coming
Because
in
here's the
chest.
thing. When I remember I did that drill, I'm holding my hand up in the way.
Right.
Now, if you're punching somebody and he's trying to attack you, you're blocking most of that path where he can't hit you while you're hitting him. If you're coming like this,
You're
bang,
open.
he
You're
can
open.
hit you.
Correct.
So you don't want
You're
that.
open.
Okay, do it. Right, so you're right here.
You're almost over there.
Oh yeah, there. Go. Yeah, right.
Let me guess. You left-handed too?
No.
I was gonna say. 'cause
So,
that
all right, so let's add something to this now, okay? The next thing we're gonna do
was yesterday, bro.
is we're gonna do stopping and starting. What is the objective of Krav Maga? One of the main objectives of Krav Maga we talked about before. Point of dominance, which is head control from the rear. This is point of dominance. It means I am in the control of the fight. But this, you gotta get this before you get this usually.
Correct.
Okay, unless you're a soldier and you're taking out an enemy, guard or something, you're coming up behind them. This is how the fights are going to start a lot of times. So you want this. So this is simulating the head. Okay. I'm striking. Maybe the first strike I miss him completely. The second strike I tap, and the third strike, bang, I hit him. That happens. Ear clap, headbutt, eye gouge, elbow. All right. So again, it's like this. He's backing up. Boom, 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 boom. He stops. Ear clap, headbutt, eye, just like that. So again, he's moving. At the point he stops, that's when I know I can get his head. Okay? Right? Now, from that position, boom, spin, bring him down to the ground, fight is over. Hopefully.
Now you turn him or you want to go around? I mean, when
He
we
might
train,
turn.
we turn.
Yeah, you might turn. So once you have the head, you can turn them very easily. You can also use here, spin the shoulder this way and turn them, right? So you got the head here, you're spinning,
Right.
and then this is like a football. You don't really care about the body.
Show me the shoulder, where your hand is on the shoulder.
So once you get hand control here, all right, it doesn't matter which way I go. I can go here or I can go here. I can spin him this way.
Doesn't matter.
Or I can grab the back of his shoulder and spin him this way.
Now let me ask, as you're turning them, I mean, first, like you said,
Face him.
that's it, turn. From here, as you're coming in, right? I mean, your elbow, you're coming in.
Yep.
You just, if he's still struggling, then automatically you want to turn him, or would you hit him? Just to collapse him a little bit so he comes down?
If you automatically turn him before you attack him, like, okay, let's just say the fight is happening.
Right.
I close the distance and I get this. If I just try to start cranking on him, what am I doing? It's the same thing as like
letting
holding
go.
on.
You're letting go.
You can't block, he's hitting you, bang.
Gotcha, okay.
But if you whack and then turn him, you know what I'm saying? Thumb and then turn him, you earned the turn. You know what I'm saying? You earned the position.
That's why I'm asking, because we're used to,
You're making him supple like a meat.
That's right. Soften him up.
Tenderize the meat.
you're doing this, boom,
Yeah.
and then you're turning,
Yep.
and then it's just,
Keep in mind, any of these strikes, he might just collapse, and that's okay too.
right. So
You know,
you
you do this, boom, he goes crumple. Guess what? You're just kind of get down on the ground a little bit. If he just crumples right there, maybe he crumples like this. You're just gonna make sure you get to behind him.
Okay.
Because from here,
can hit you in the
he's a
nuggets.
ground guy. He's gonna grab my leg. He's pulling me over on the ground.
Hit you in the,
If you fall from here to the ground in a dojo, you're okay.
Right.
But look
Not
at
on
this concrete.
concrete, yes.
He pulls my knee and my head goes ka-smash. That's a
You don't even-
lethal action.
You don't even have to hit you.
I'm done here. Punching is actually more complex than elbowing, okay?
Right, 'cause it's just
because with a
one.
punch, you have to make sure your thumb doesn't pop out, your fingers stay nice and tight. You have to make sure your wrist doesn't turn when you're punching, this way or this way, this way or this way. You need to keep everything in line. That's why we spend lots of time in traditional martial arts freezing. Instructor comes, checks, make sure your punch is good, okay? So now, elbow is simpler. What do you do for an elbow?
Straight
Collapse
up.
your arm, that's it. This elbow is always gonna be in the right spot every time. Whack, that's why I tell you, Juggernaut, it's the last thing they see before they get the signature move, right? So the hand, that comes up, right? And you're driving, okay? It's not just the swing, okay? It's also the forward momentum of the elbow, right? Come from the back, it can come, right? It can also come from the front, too. In your front stance. Stopping it. Instead of blocking with your arm, you're using this edge, this flat surface to block. Okay, and it gives you, this would be if you was just swinging with a punch, switch that to a punch, this would be the block for a punch. So now, with a weapon coming, it's here, okay, and then straight down into the neck, okay? So again, right? Here, also look where I'm stepping. I'm not doing this, swing again. I'm not doing this because his force is gonna, right? And if he's twice my size, or if he's got a really good swing, depending on where you defend against it, it's gonna have an effect. So I'm moving my body. So as he swings, I'm stepping here to an angle, okay? I'm also turning my body. Boom, right? That's the defense. And then this is literally gonna rake down here. Okay? That's a good one. So there's that option. If he comes across swing, same thing here. Now for this, depends on what you want to do, because now if I put the arm in play, right,
That
swing,
won't fall out.
right, and I just defend here, now that's better than nothing if I have no weapons. But here, if this is a blade, this can happen still. Somebody's trying to cut you, okay? You don't necessarily switch hands if it's just a punch. It's back fist, the other way. Boom, that's fine. You can do this, boom, and then move in, tap, you know, whatever, okay? But now we're talking a blade. This is much dangerous. This is too risky, okay? We want to close the distance. That's what we want to do, okay? If you have this as a defensive option, you would have a mount for this. This, see, I'm just not mounted. I'm keeping it in a kind of a trainer position, but this would actually be on my belt, and this can pull off and deploy very easily. So basically this little thumb brake, this is the thumb brake, and then basically this just, a lot of guys, you can also customize rigs to have it however you want it to be, okay? Deploy it from behind if you want, you know, you can put it wherever you want to put on your hip. Anyways, so what we're gonna do, so now if I'm gonna here, this is the defense here, okay? I'd rather you do this than this. Keep the arm out of play. We're knife fighting, we're blade fighting, so you keep that other arm in for the most part. So here, boom, and then the same slash. Right down, like this. From here, you're hacking, all right? So you're getting, so again, so here, bang. Now you can have this up just as a countermeasure, but I don't want you really trying to block me. If you have an option and your arm gets cut, it's better than your neck getting cut, okay? So that's your better option, right? Here with this. Because you can practice it both ways. Go ahead, swing. I'd rather do this, boom, or this. And then, all right? So again, here, you can stop here with this, and then slice. All right, next one. Again, the reason I'm having him attack with the blade is because you're not using this as somebody's just trying to fight you with, push you and shove you and punch you. You're not using a tomahawk. A tomahawk is for dealing with situations where you're in multiple engagement. There's 10 guys coming at you. Lethal force is already authorized. This also works good for close quarters. So if you're in a hallway, if you're somewhere where you can't, let's say I carry my firearm on one side, okay? I might carry my tomahawk so I can deploy with the other hand. It depends on what you want to do, as this could be my secondary weapon. If I have no firearm, this becomes my primary weapon, and a small blade becomes my secondary weapon.
All right, another application, thanks bro. Another application for this, like the Juggernaut was saying, is great in a hallway, close quarters. You can be pinned. Your rifle can be pinned. You could be being pushed, and you can't access your rifle and bring your barrel up, okay? This is a great place to have your tomahawk where it's right here. You can deploy your tomahawk, boom, all right? Buys yourself room to fight back to your long gun after you're done.
When you're dealing with the cap knife, this is a larger blade, okay? This is a short sword. This has been used since King David times, okay? This has a lot of value to it. It doesn't have as much, you can't use as much blocking. This is, everything you do with this is deadly lethal force. So what you're dealing with though is you have the range of a blade, okay? You could fight, think about this is like a short sword. You could fight an army with this, okay? With a short, tiny knife. Bad guys in China, because now guns are outlawed, they're carrying knives, and bad guys are taking out 50 to 100 people with a knife. So that's a very scary thing in the hands of a bad guy, but in the hands of a defender, okay, if you live in an outlaw state where you're not allowed to carry a gun, or the restrictions or whatever, you carry a small knife for defense. If your family is attacked, then you can use it to defend yourself. But this is a large knife, so you have to also consider the legalities of that. The same angles of cutting apply. Here, slashing, all right? If the hands are out, you have the appendages here, right? You have fighting stance, you have here, right? You have arteries, okay, that you can cut. All right, these are game enders, okay? You also have, what you don't have with a tomahawk, you have the stab points, okay? So you have low, medium, high, you have high, medium, low, high, medium, low, okay? And that's the same with the small knife as with this blade, okay? Again, this is used a lot for guys in the military. When you're in a military environment, this is a great tool because it's not just a defensive weapon, it's also a tool for cutting and doing all kinds of survival techniques. Making a campfire, you can do that with this knife. There's all different kinds of options. So this one, if a guy is coming at you with...
Hey, get that tomahawk. Hey, do one more thing on a tomahawk. Non-lethal, like this. Do the non-lethal, like that. Because you're gonna do that. At some point, do that before you get rid of the tomahawk.
So, in this situation, the same swinging attack like I had before coming at you. You're cutting, you're slicing, you can also stab. This is the stabbing action you have with this, okay? If he's swinging, right, you can kind of use this as a defensive tool, right? But now you also can cut, okay? With the tomahawk, one thing that you don't have with this, you do have the flat of the blade. Sometimes if you swing, you could, if he swings, I could do this, and this, if this blade is not sharp, I might use this. This might be a less lethal, and I can disarm the blade that way. But the bottom line is, if somebody's coming at you with a tomahawk or a gun or something, everything is lethal. So you don't want to be messing with that. It's the business end, right? As we talked about yesterday. So with the tomahawk, one option that's nice about the tomahawk is you do have the option. Let's say this person attacking you he's attacking you because he doesn't realize you're the good guy. Let's say you're in a situation where you go in and all of a sudden somebody's attacking you. You don't want to kill him, okay? So you can actually just shut him down by striking here to the chest, okay? This is a tomahawk. The flat of the blade is less lethal, okay? However, it becomes lethal very easily. Even if you're trying to use this to keep a guy away from you, it's very easy for him to turn a little bit, or your angle will turn a little bit. So anytime you have this out, you better have use of authorization to be able to defend yourself to the point of taking deadly force. That's very important.
Look at, you heard the Juggernaut talk about there's deadly force that you got with this tomahawk. You got the off switch. Like I said earlier, if you're pinned against the wall, you can easy shift, right? Same thing he was talking about earlier with centerline punching, okay? This is a centerline punch with a tomahawk. Centerline punch, centerline, right? Centerline punch with the tomahawk, right? Same thing, when you turn it in less lethal force, you're just turning your hand and coming like this, okay? It's a switch. This is why you need to know your weapon systems. You also have a pommel on the back that is used for breaking glass. This does not work as well. It can, you could, but you're gonna get stuck, okay? That's why there is a pry bar on the end like this, right? That's made to access glass. This is another tool for cutting open windshields. When Humvees flip over in the water and your buddy's drowning next to you, you can cut a windshield open with this, all right? These are safety tools, all right? These are tools that are imperative when you're breaching, okay? You can throw a string on this, all right, and use this as a grappling hook. And now you don't have to carry that motherfucker. You can carry just one of these. Throw that into the field, now you can pull Constantina. All right, let's do this. Train with the tomahawk. The Juggernaut's got good shit coming out. You guys need to watch these videos, learn how to use this tool properly. We're talking about teamwork, we're talking about family, right? We want to survive the fight. We want to come home to our families, our wives, our kids, right? Then you need to learn how to fight. Fight to survive, a fierce will to win, right? This is a multi-tool, like the Juggernaut was saying. Lots of use. It actually has a stone and a strap on it, so you can maintain this blade in the field. This is something you would put on a rucksack. Now, if you didn't have a tomahawk, you can wear it like a short sword. You can wear it in the scout position. It's a great position for a long blade to be deployed. It's behind the small of the back. Because why? Because we carry the method of the front one. Our operator blade is in the front. Operator blades stay in the front all the time. Always wear it. Become religious with it. Learn it. Train it. It's your method. This will keep you alive. It's been passed on from many war fighters. This is a strategy. Okay? Use it and you'll stay alive. Okay? This goes on your rucksack. This can also go on the small of your back or the front if you ain't wearing one of these. But if this is all you can afford, it might be your only option. All right? I love this thing in the bush. All right? I've made hundreds of fires for my family with this. I have cut down trees. I have built bush survival shelters. I have lived in the field for months on end with this knife. For years, I have been in the field with this knife. This is the Juggernaut, it's not mine. Mine is the wooden handles, but we are having trainers come out that are gonna be identical to these blades that we have. The operator knife, the camp knife, and the tomahawks. All styles of our tomahawks. The Ranger style, which the Juggernaut carries. Mine, which is the compact concealed, which I also have the longer version. Those are coming out. We're making snare kits. We're actually gonna do bushcraft survival videos coming up so that you can know how to survive in the field, all right? The military calls it seer training, all right? I actually have a little nephew going in, he's not so little anymore, but I was encouraging that, all right? Seer training is important. All you guys that are in the teams going out, you know it's important, right? Training, stretching, drinking water, you know, all this. A lot of guys get hurt. Most guys get hurt because they're not in the condition to carry the equipment and the weight that is required in a combat situation. You need to train, you need to get your core tight. Your core will protect your back. Your back is important. Survive or die. All right, that's all I got, man.
Whenever you're ready, man.
eccentric, Joey. Love it.
How you doing? My name is James Long. I'm with APLE, American Private Law Enforcement Association. We are a basically non-profit. Is that true?
We have different components.
Okay.
Some are non-profit, some are for profit.
Okay. All right. Basically, I'm going to go through a few things. I've been in the martial arts for approximately 4 decades. I've been knowing both Mark Massoy and John for like 15 years. Okay, I've been in the martial arts just for a little while, just doing some basic stuff as far as just survival. Okay, just to live as a little boy. Okay, so today I'm gonna go through a couple of things that I use for my own personal being, as far as like when you're walking down the street, you don't want to be lackadaisical. You want to be very aware of your surroundings. We have certain rules, like the 3-foot rule, okay? Meaning, when I say 3-foot rule, it's basically like this is my personal space. This is my personal space. We went through that yesterday when somebody went through my space, okay? So basically, that's like assessing situations, making sure that there's not a gentleman like here, a creep or something. Excuse me, a gentleman, you know, invading your space, okay? So that's one of the 3-foot rules that I usually use, all right? Okay, so he's pretty close, so he just want to give me a hug. All right, the other one is the element of surprise, all right? So that's another rule. We don't like to be surprised by or being startled. Now, we're gonna go through another rule. I don't know if we're gonna do this, okay? Now, if you're being attacked or whatever, you don't want to always throw the punch or the kick in the same spot. So you might want to go high, you might want to go low, a little kick or whatever, something like that, okay? So, I just want to show you this gentleman right here, just now left. I've been knowing this guy for, come here, Joe, real quick. I just want to show this right here. This little gentleman right here, he started to train, okay, at 4 years old. So I'm just trying to show you a little bit of experience, or not really experience, but a little bit of family or brotherhood that we have, okay? This is this gentleman right here. This is when he was 4 years old. All right, so we're gonna put that in there, right? And this guy is getting ready to go. No, he's in the military, correct?
I'm in the military.
He's in the military, and I just want to just show this right here. But I just want to just go through a few of the we call it the 10 Commandments of self-defense. So we're gonna edit that. And I'm done. Anyway, Joey, God bless you, man. There you go. I'm done. I'm not even.
Doing this is because of 9/11.
Yes.
So yeah, I can start there.
I like
Yes.
you sitting there too, by
Yes,
the
did
way.
you hear what he just said? He's going to start with about 9/11. Well, yeah, that
I
really
want
is.
that 9/11 story.
Yeah, that's the beginning of
Bro, I
April.
want you,
Came
hey,
after
switch
9/11.
cameras with me, bro. You're better at this one. Let me get this one. Give me, I want you to process for a second. To set it down.
get pictures of that, dude.
Yeah, process. Think about what you want to say. Remember, if you mess up, we'll edit it. Here, hold this for a second. Hold this again. Thanks.
That's right, take pictures of that, man. That's history.
Man, it's cold today, right?
Isn't it? Isn't it?
I feel like it's fucking
It's
cold,
nice,
man.
Hey, I want you to take a picture with Joey real quick.
I want a picture with Joey. Back in.
Look, check out Joey
last
laughing.
time I
Look,
see
see?
Potato Vice and
You look
shit.
like me here.
Heading your way.
What?
See?
Yep.
See?
I mean, you look like me.
Oh, is
That's right.
No, you look like him.
Hey, look this way real quick, guys. Look this way. Just turn around. Joe, Jonathan. Turn around.
I know. Cold, man.
It's cold.
Ready? On those trays.
Uno, dos, tres. I'll do it again. Give me a nasty grimace. Come on.
Hold on.
Give me a crazy war face, man. Going into the infantry and shit, right?
Like, that was the last time I saw him before he got locked up for 25 years.
Uncle John's crazy.
Oh, this is a good shot you got lined up here, man.
Ready?
Take your time. There's no hurry. I got hours of footage.
Okay. Hey, you guys recording?
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Demo. As you can see, for the past 2 days we've been training for tomorrow, because you never know what's coming. We were unprepared on 9/11. They got us off guard, they hit us, and they hit us hard. Every day is a train day, because you're learning something new every day. I'm with a pack of guys now that understands why we're doing this. I was in the mix in 9/11. I saw the second tower come down. Wasn't fun, wasn't easy, and the not knowing was the worst thing ever. We got hit, like I said, we got hit hard. I lost a lot of friends, members of the services, the fire department. I had a couple guys I knew down there. We lost a lot of people. Let's not make it again. If you see something, say something. I mean, it's very key. You might not like Krav Maga, you might take karate, you might like guns and no knives. At least you know something to defend you or defend others when it comes to. Again, relaxed again, the government, I don't know. We got a defense for ourselves. And our title says it all, citizen response. They're secondary, you're primary. You gotta do what you gotta do to help get there. And if you don't do what you don't do, just to survive, you can't answer any questions secondary people want to ask. So, on that note, God bless you guys, people that lost people on 9/11. I was there, I understand, my heart's come up to you. The anniversary's coming up in a couple of days. So, keep keen, get your stuff together. You got our number, you got our website. We're local, or we can come to you. Citizen response. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, bro. That is rock on sound. All right, let's do this. I think we're good here then.
You want to hear Spanish? No, I'm kidding.
Give me some loving, man. That's good shit, bro.
Lost a lot, brother.
I know, I understand. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's go.
You talk to the guy inside?
Yeah, he's cool.
No, I just want to,
I wanted to give him a bracelets. I gave him some flyers. Yeah, run him in some gummy bracelets. He said he really liked you, bro. Yeah,
He said I like.
I need some gummies. They're in my backpack. Hold on, let me get them. Can you run them to down? Here, come to my bag. I'll
I'm
get
the
them for you.
dictator and he's the outtaker.
I'm the dictator. I'm the fucking producer. Nobody likes me. Especially this guy. Maybe this guy, you know? Pointing at James. Let's see. Hold on. Gummy bracelet. Oh, there's the GoPro. We got that GoPro, right? That's yours probably. I hope we didn't leave that GoPro over there on the fucking pillar.
That little thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you.
Yeah. Can you hold this for a sec, James?
Yeah.
Joey, if you run this into demo.
You say the videos, tell them when we release the videos, probably in a few months they'll be out there.
About a month or two, yeah.
Get a business card too, so we can send them an email.
This place is right. This is good.
We can get into the cool next environment.
Maybe I put the camera into the battery though. Let me make sure. Let's put on the GoPro. Bro. I don't see it. That leave it? I don't see it.
Well, can go back and look.
No, it's still there.
It'll be there.
If it was in Salem, the hook rat to get that shit before you drop your quarter, it's gone. You're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did it go? And the little hook rat's like gone. You're just scampering.
Almost like the monkeys over in like
Yeah.
in India.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking,
They steal your food and shit.
They train. They train to serious stuff, man.
Yeah, they are. They're trained to do a lot of shit. They like deal drugs and everything. Wait.
Okay? This is the blade. How you can use this for a defensive weapon. If he's swinging at you with a blade, all right, it can be used this way, okay? Where you're blocking the arm with this. Also, same swing, where you're stopping with the blade. This is a little bit more difficult to be able. This requires accuracy.
Pretty awesome. That's so cool. You guys do tours?
No,
No?
purely for guests.
It's like a guest house.
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel.
5-star hotel, yes.
Oh,
We
okay,
have
that's
tw-
what I was
we have
wondering.
24 rooms in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have food every night. So
Wow, that's awesome.
from lunchtime, we're gonna have people pouring in here, and I don't want, obviously people.
Oh yeah, we'll be really quick. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. I appreciate your hospitality. I'm filming a local hero. He was up at 9/11 at the towers where.
Now, what is the purpose of the video?
Yeah, I'm recording a guy he's a soldier. He was up in the towers when 9/11 happened and all that.
So
he's a martial arts instructor here. I got flyers. If you guys want to go, check it out. Go to our website. There you go.
And your website is about what?
PrivateLawEnforcement.com. We have free videos out there for people. We train people
Right.
to defend themselves against terrorist attacks because terrorists are not targeting professionals.
Right.
You know, we actually have a whole bunch of us that are prior military. I'm prior military. I did 7 years Army infantry. I got injured in Iraq.
Right.
You know, so we train people how to take care of themselves because the terrorists they're not coming after professionals. They're coming after civilians.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys can have those. And
No, by the way, don't forget, great guy who came to show me because I liked him.
He's
I
really
liked him
good
to
dude, yeah.
Great guy. Now, but please keep to the outside.
Yes.
No one really should come in here.
Okay.
It would disturb. Obviously,
Absolutely.
If you pay $200 yourself to stay here for one
Yeah.
night, you really don't want to be disturbed.
Definitely, I agree. All right. Thank you. Hey, don't put that out there. Take it down. Take it down. I'm telling you, he does not want this here. He can throw us out. Put that back on the car. We got the castle shoot. Throw this shit in the car. They will throw us out. He said we got a small window. It's a hotel. Guests here.
Correct.
Do not want to be disturbed. It is $200 a night. He said, please don't disturb my guests in any way. Stay out of the way of people. We have a small window. Nobody's allowed to go in there. Let's put this up. We're also on camera,
we
so
do-
they watched
yeah,
you piss
so-
on the house.
So we do this. Just just take a video of the.
Hold on, we're gonna do video right now. I just need to put this up. No props.
Mark, before you.
Why don't you just do the Mark? Why don't you do the instruction here, and we could do the drill somewhere else?
There we go. Weapons?
No, you just instruct here,
Yeah.
and we will drive away. Cool?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
No
Instructor
tools.
what?
Instruct whatever you're gonna teach these guys here.
Blades.
Okay.
Yeah, but he said without props.
Without props.
Just go through the motion.
What are you
and we'll go
doing? Well, no. You got. What are you doing? You're doing
legs.
legs. Okay, I think it'll be fine. I told them we're training anti-terrorism. I said that you're a local hero who was at 9/11 when the towers came down,
Same here.
and I'm filming. Yeah, both of you guys. So I'm saying we're filming for the civilian populace to know how to defend themselves against terrorism. So they're, you know, so they're cool with us to do this for right now.
I'm not.
Hey, help me out. Can you open that bag for me? Joey, can you be my helper today? I need help. I need an assistant. Can you be my intern? My intern's in fucking West Coast. She couldn't come. Can you open that? Alright. Look, I need something to put this in here. Can you open that up? Cool. Thank you. Keep all our gear tight. You put this bag over here, put Mark's bag over here on the floor, like on this side.
I need to be accessible. That's all
All
my
right,
stuff.
put it on the ground then, right here out of sight. Thank you. Clear this countertop. There should be nothing on here. All right.
Sound like Santa.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Low profile.
Got it.
Look at it. This might be the last bag you ever wear. You want it to be the right one.
All right. I need him. How is he your assistant? I need him to demo on.
Because I'm done now.
Okay.
I need help. I can't do all this work by myself. This is 3-man, 4-man.
All right. I'm starting now.
You're gonna do it over here.
All right, you're gonna start without the cameras? That'd be foolish. If you wanna help, you can help.
Let's go.
They're gung ho.
Just do one. I guess one demonstration of each. To get in front.
You don't need to. What he's saying is you don't need to do the train.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Just show whatever it is.
Come over here, man. You're too far out.
I'm
Right
gonna,
here?
but this is where I gotta grab the stuff from.
No, put it over here. Put it over here. This is our area. That's out of the shot.
We're not gonna really train. I'm just gonna
No,
demo.
you're teaching. You're teaching the moves and
But
shit.
just want to sit while you talk.
Look at this. Hold
Like
on.
a-
I want this.
like
You gotta
illus-
be over here. This is my
illustration?
shot. You're out of the shot if you're. Yeah. Up in there. Yes, absolutely.
Ready?
Come look at the shot. See it? You see the shot?
All right.
I'm
So
not on yet.
That one's on.
It's on.
welcome to the Citizen Response Training. My name is Juggernaut. I'm here to talk to you today about the APLE 3-blade system. We have a 3-blade system and a 3-gun system and a hand-to-hand system. So we're talking about the blades today. All right. This is probably the flagship blade right here. This is Tomahawk. This was used from you see we're standing in front of a medieval castle. This is actually Castle Amsterdam. It's now a 5-star hotel, and you can come here for $200 a night. You can have your wedding here. I got 3 daughters, so I'm banking on one of them here. But anyways, this has got 2 edges. Okay, this has got this edge here. This is the lights out edge, and it's got this too as a hacking edge. This can be used as a tool for survival, but mostly we're dealing with it today as a defensive tool, okay? Special Forces units in different countries are using this still. Belgian Special Forces, some of you know, some of the guys from some very famous...
Talk to that one. I got to adjust this.
Just take a step.
Take a break.
There you go, stop, go. You're good.
Take a break. Hold on, I got to adjust my shit.
Yeah, so basically, very popular blade shows. I know a guy who actually was training Tomahawk to the Belgian Special Forces units, and they use these. It's a multi-tool, okay? It's also a survival tool. This is much better than a knife for a lot of reasons, okay? if you have to cut a rope line, if you have to break into a doorway that's locked, okay? You have a lot of different options with this, but we're gonna deal with it right now as from a defender position as from an attacker position. Okay, from an attacker.
Pause. I'll cut this. Also talk about how we're going to have A-Plea trainers that are identical to all of our Tomahawks that we own and knives and shit real quick right here. All right, go ahead.
We're planning on developing all kinds of trainers for each of the 3 blades. The 3 blades are the Tomahawk, the long knife, which we call the camp knife, and the short dagger, okay? So we're going to have training for every one of those options. But anyways, if I have to show you today how to use them as an attacker as well as how to defend against these type of weapons. So let's talk about how to attack with these, okay? This is how you're gonna hold it, okay? Basically, one thing that you wanna deal with when you're talking about knives is you don't necessarily want your hands moving all around, right? Look what can happen. I can cut myself here. I can cut myself here. If my hand's out here and they got crunches up against you, you can get cut, okay? So but let's just talk about the angles of attack, okay? Your basic angles of attack, all right? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, okay? Then you have straight down. This is especially good with a Tomahawk, all right? You have coming up underneath with the spike, okay? So these are your basic angles. There's a little bit more, okay? There's technically 8 different cutting. 1, 2, there's a slashing attacks. Okay? Those are the different angles of slashing. And stabbing, we really don't have stabbing as this. This is more of a hacking blade, all right? But consider this. This has all the reach of a club or an impact weapon, but all the cutting action of a blade. So this is like double whammy here. This is twice the purchasing power here. So when you have this, and also you can use it for climbing, a climbing tool. So basically, if somebody's coming at you with, because look it, go ahead. If I just do this, he's real strong, really hold on. You know, by the time I've done this, as soon as I start doing this, he knows what I'm doing now. So now it's not a surprise. That's why move 1 has to inflict damage, right? Knee or kick to the groin. If you're a smaller person against a bigger person, you're gonna need to kick. See, look at this, might not reach. I might have to try, bang, 1. From there, what happens? This loosens up a little bit. Bang, maybe I can headbutt. Maybe I can knee, all right? From his position, now I can get to here. We're gonna talk about what that is, but when I can get, we call this point of dominance, when you have somebody's head, okay? No matter how good he is, I have the advantage now. He has the disadvantage. Let me take these off. Let's try it again. I don't want to scratch your face off. If you got watches on, you might want to just take them off. All right. So, nice and slow. Nice and slow, right? Now from here, anything. I've broken the choke. Now we're just right here. Thumbs are off. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and then you get away. All right? Doesn't matter. I can make it different. Yeah? All right? All right? What am I doing here? I'm nice and slow. Same things. Number 1, eye gouge. Ear clap, ear clap, and get away. All right, practice that. You guys practice that back and forth.